Welcome to Liberty Sessions. My name is Jay Price, as most of you know. The Tri-Parish Area Libertarians, Capital Area Libertarians, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and Ascension Parish have organized Liberty Sessions, which is our attempt to help educate people on what libertarianism actually is, some basic principles, some of the things that we're founded on. We're going to give you some really great insight on some basics, and you can take these basics and use them to help educate other people. You know, take this stuff and use it to your advantage to be better at bringing people in, to be better evangelists for the Libertarian Party, so to speak. Anyway, we're going to have several of our candidates. Our first candidate that's going to come up here is going to be Rufus Craig. Then we're going to have Samuel Davenport, who seems to be running a little bit late. He was coming from New Orleans. Then we're going to have Brandon Moore speak. Give it up for Rufus. Rufus is running for District 6.
Greetings, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's glad to see some familiar faces. I think the purpose of tonight is to talk about libertarianism and things like that. I'm going to digress a little bit and talk about politics instead. One of the golden rules of politics is that we're all a member of the same party. There's been a lot of discussion. I actually took some time today and read through some of the threads on Facebook. It's a little bit discouraging that we seem to get sidetracked from time to time with what I perceive to be irrelevant and immaterial issues. Ronald Reagan had a golden rule. He says, you can say whatever you want to, but you will never, ever, under any circumstance, say anything bad about a Republican candidate or the Republican Party. Nowhere in public should that ever be done. You know, with being a little grandiose about it, we're trying to create an insurrection or a revolution from the inside out. We're trying to do it without firing a shot. We're trying to do it at the ballot box. In order to be taken seriously, we have to be serious. And when I say serious, you have to realize or recognize that not too far away or in time or space, what we're doing tonight, this meeting here tonight, if it was in Italy 60 years ago, the brown shirts could come through the door and kill us all. So I am working for the Libertarian Party. I am trying to give the people in America an opportunity to realize there may be a door out of the mess that the Democrats and Republicans got us into. So I'm saying it's serious business what we're doing. You have to be serious about it. You can't say, I don't like him or I don't like him. I've heard that there are people who have left the party because they don't like somebody that's in the party. Well, goodbye. It doesn't matter what you think about anybody in here in this room individually. That's irrelevant. We're all here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to promote the Libertarian Party. We're a member of a group. We have to act that way. We can't let our personal feelings about anyone get in the way of that. We got 48 days from today to the election. We've got 3 candidates here. I would like everyone to take your efforts and instead of worrying about what somebody's doing or what somebody said or what's going on, focus on the candidates. Let's focus on what we've got to do. You need to get on your phone. Everybody here's got a smartphone because I've seen everybody playing with them. You've got a contact list. I want you to go on that contact list, start with the A's, call the first person and say, hello, hadn't talked to you in a while. You know, the election's coming up. Yeah, I'm involved with the Libertarian Party. Would you please consider voting for the Libertarians? Even if you don't want to vote for the Libertarians, it's important that people vote. A 40% turnout election means that there's 60% of registered voters don't even care anymore. Our job as a political party is to try to get people to care about what we're doing enough that they'll get up on Tuesday and go down and cast a vote. So my message today is that this is a political party. We're attempting to do something that's been done a couple of times in history. The Whigs made fun of the Republicans. The Progressive Party has had a couple of people elected president. There was the Bull Moose Party who almost had another man elected president. And they're listening to us. The Democrats and Republicans are listening to it. I was listening to national news the other day, and I heard one of the commentators use the phrase non-interventionist. Now, that's our phrase. They're listening to us. I hear people use libertarian-leaning Republican. They wouldn't be saying that if they didn't know we were out here. Our job is to convince the Republicans and the Democrats that, hey, they've sold you out. They're not going to do what you want them to do. Get involved. get involved, go vote, vote Libertarian. That's what we're trying to do. Let's keep our eye on the prize. The prize is turning America around. The prize is reducing government and trying to get this country back so there's a future. I don't have children. A lot of people here have children. I'm praying there's a future for your children. That's what we're working for.
My name is Marcel Graugnard. I'm the chairman of the Ascension Parish Executive Committee. And I want to say, when it comes to Facebook, it's all about the candidates. All right, we need to lose our egos, and let's all supplicate ourselves for the real purpose of our party, which is getting people into government who can enact the things we believe in. Okay, our next speaker is candidate for Congress, Mr. Jeffrey Sanford. Jeffrey, why don't you come on up here?
Get ready. I'm a filibusterer when it comes to libertarianism. I love doing this, what we're here tonight doing, and I am so pleased to see so many people here doing it with me tonight. In 2012, I ran for Supreme Court as an independent Liberty candidate. I really didn't know much about the Libertarian Party. I wanted to be part of the Libertarian Party, but my hero was Ron Paul, and he was a Republican. Wonderful to see a group of people thinking about our future for our kids and growing up in a free world, a free society where we actually can secure the blessings of liberty. There are daunting challenges. And what we've got going on right here is this Republican and Democrat hegemony for so many years. And I am just waking up to the fact that that these parties who we have entrusted with the choice of candidates and the decision of who is actually going to be allowed to run for office have their own agenda, and it has nothing to do with their rank and file. How did we figure this out? We looked at the Republican Party and what they did to their rank and file during the Ron Paul convention, whatever you call that, was it happened to Ron Paul. I call it a ripoff. But anyway, so we see that happening. The Republicans, in a way, I always, even though I was independent, I felt like I could trust the Republicans to fight for small government and lower taxes. So it was okay. And we talk about the 60% of people that don't vote anymore. I don't think it's that they don't care. I think it's perhaps that they care so much, just know that they don't know what to do. So they, rather than they care too much to vote for a Republican or a Democrat, so they just stay home. And I think that if we could just offer that, I mean, what it is we're here to do, they're going to follow. I mean, it's going to happen. And today, yesterday, they had a vote. Steve Scalise voted along with my opponent, Steve Scalise. So I always look at, they send me a little thing what Scalise voted for, but he's the whip. So they passed a continuing funding bill to get through the election. Okay, that makes political sense, right? But the same day, they're sending 3,000 soldiers to West Africa. And so if you're a congressman up there trying to decide what you're going to vote, are you going to vote for this president to be able to send 3,000 American boys, women, soldiers, people, citizens to West Africa to fight Ebola? If that's what he's doing, we have to say no. We're going to vote as the swing vote in the middle. We're going to say no. We're going to be that happy no in the crowd. Because as lawyers, Rufus knows this, our main job is to say no. No, we can't agree to that. That little thing right there, you got to take out of the agenda. It's unfortunate. You can't be happy about that, but the answer is still going to have to be no. And while we can have a lot of fun, and last night my speech was about how much damn fun it is to be an anarchist. I love that. I mean, I really think that I might be scaring some people off with that kind of talk. I mean, I feel like there's a scale, okay, a scale of laws that we agree with. That, like our easy chair, we're okay with these. This is okay. It fits right in with where we are. We're going to follow these red lights, and we're going to agree to the basic norms of society. But then when they start trying to regulate you into out of business, out of competition, is really what it boils down to. Because regulations help the big boys. It helps the monster corporations. It helps the international, huge conglomerate corporations. And it keeps competition from getting into the marketplace. That's really what, in America has always been the place where small business could survive. And we can't get into small business because big business has us regulated out of existence in the United States of America right now. And that is a major change from our history. It's a major change from what we can offer our children. My dad could tell me, Jeff, you can be rich. You just got to get out there and start a business, get the businesses starting businesses, and come up with a new idea and a better way to do it and get out there and make it happen. And I grew up with that dream. That's the American dream. It's not to own a house. Or the truth of the matter is we wanted to be able to be free. We wanted to be free to pursue our dreams. We were given that option. And I grew up with that. And I want my kids to grow up with that. And I know that y'all all know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to put a vision on it for you so we can just sort of get the reality of this statement, we were against regulation. It sounds boring. Okay, when the Republicans talk about it and all the young neocons talk about ending regulation. But the truth of the matter is there's a reason for it, and we have to be able to start our own businesses and move forward. So, actually, y'all done? Am I done? All right, I'm done.
All right. Jeff. Thank you, sir. Jeff is one of our PEC members in EBR. Great guy, awesome guy. So, anyone that lives in his district, please encourage him to vote for him. Up next is Mr. Brandon McMorris. Brandon is running for U.S. Senate. He's here with his lovely wife and his mother. Brandon is from Livingston Parish. He's on the Livingston Parish PEC as well. Brandon McMorris, ladies and gentlemen.
What's the best way to get me to do something?
Alcohol.
Second, tell me not to do it. That's the best way. My wife can attest to that too. Tell me not to do something, and I'm going to do it. We heard a lot about supplication earlier. I apologize to you guys if you ever thought I was up here running for the Libertarian Party. If I was doing this for a party. I don't do things for a party. I'm doing this for my 2 children. I'm doing this for my wife. I'm doing this for our future. This is not about a party. This is about what I fundamentally believe, and that's ordinary people need to run for office, and they need to do it outside the 2-party system. I happen to be a libertarian. I am a libertarian, and that's what I am. But I'm not part of a... It's not because of a party. I'm not doing it because of a party. It's because that's who I am, and that's what I believe in. And I believe in individual choice. I believe that people are better off free at making their choices. I believe that people should be personally responsible for their actions and what they do. And it's simple. It's a very, very simple philosophy. But we make it out to be something so complicated. We make it into something Austrian economics. That's one part of it. Yeah, but we got a long way to go before we get there. Well, we have a long way to go just scaling back this country just to get back to our basic constitutional principles. If we don't get there first, we can't focus on these big pictures, this big picture later on. So why am I in this race? Somebody has to take that first step forward. Somebody has to be to pave the way for the next. I may not win this race, even though I doubled my poll numbers today. I went from 1% to 2%. Again,
a month ago you couldn't get a poll.
That's right. A month ago I couldn't get in a poll, so we're quite. I think I've quadrupled or quintupled my poll results. Yeah, that's the way you have to look at things in politics. You always have to look at the bright side if you're a candidate. Because that's the only way you're going to persuade people, and that's important. To be able to get out there and persuade people to your point of view. And I've been lucky enough to get out there and meet some very good people. It's been a great experience, just to interact with the people. That's where we're doing it, and Laura's telling me I need to talk about how I'm an engineer. Yes, that's true. I'm an engineer. Well, I'm used to dealing with systems, and our government, everything's a system. Right. There's inputs, there's outputs, and you don't want to lose. You want to lose as little to the system as possible. In this case, it's money and administration, overhead, what we're paying people. And you look at any system in government, and for the input and what you get as the output, you're losing a whole lot to the system. And there's plenty of low-hanging fruit in government that you can go after. And that's what I focused on. There's a lot of talk about the Affordable Health Care Act. There's a lot of talk about Dodd-Frank. There's a lot of talk about the stimulus. Yeah, these are big ideas that people that ordinary people talk about. But somebody needs to be out there talking about something different, something that could actually be accomplished. And I see the low-hanging fruit as being, regulations that are killing small businesses. Yet, certain types of tax reform. And in the very long term, unilateral free trade, because that's going to benefit this country. And I got knocked today for not adding substance to the unilateral free trade argument, but it's hard to put that into the time frame that I have right now. But we're going to do a Q&A at the end of this, right, Jay? And so I'll be happy to answer all your questions about the free trade argument. So I'm going to end here by saying vote for Brandon McMorris, but vote your conscience. Get out there and vote your conscience. Whether you vote for me or not, I'll be around for the next 6 years if I'm elected, and you'll be seeing a lot of me. So that ought to get you motivated to go out and vote. And like it was mentioned before, the Secretary of State projects a 40% turnout, and that's sad because we're gifted with democracy. It's a great gift. Why aren't we out there? Why aren't people voting? Why don't we have 100% of people out there voting, or at least 90%? I understand if you're sick. We even have early voting. Yeah, there's no excuse not to get to the polls. So get your friends to the polls. Get people to the polls. Out there voting, however they vote. they need to be voting because this is a precious gift, and we're not appreciating it as we should. So, again, my name is Brendan McMorris. I'm running for U.S. Senate, and I appreciate your time and you being out here on Thursday night. Thank you.
Thanks again, Brandon. We're all for it. Up next is going to be Mr. Samuel Davenport, who is a congressional candidate from District 2. District 2 does include a significant portion of Baton Rouge. It's one of the most gerrymandered districts in the state. It covers all the way from Baton Rouge to the other side of New Orleans in like a really weird thin strip.
Good evening. How you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? Pretty good, yeah. I'm Sam Davenport, 2nd Congressional District, Louisiana, of course. I love seeing familiar faces out here. This has been a great journey with you guys. I love meeting you guys, Brendan, your whole family, Jeffrey, Marcel, Jay. And those are the moments that I want to talk about right now. My message to you guys is to keep up the fight. We're building a party. And I don't know if you know it. I didn't even see Rufus. Hey, Rufus, not here. How are you? We're building a party. It's been extremely exciting to be a part of the process. I would like to commend all of you guys on a great job to drive home the message. We're not all going to be on the same page all the time, and that's going to happen. You don't want everyone to think like you. You want people who think opposite of yourself, so that way you can etch out ideas. And that's the purpose of it. So don't be afraid of conflict, man. But don't be afraid of also bringing forth solutions. We need those solutions across the board. So I commend you guys for that. Statewide, we're almost about to hit our 10,000 mark. That's from people spreading the message. Keep forth that message. I'm not going to preach to the choir tonight. We know about what our liberties are and what we want out of life and what we want the government to dial back on. My message to you guys is to enjoy life. Cherish those small moments. Those are the moments that really matter. Running for this political office has taught me extremely a lot about meeting people and how some people don't even know who and what Congress is, which is quite fascinating because they give all their money to Congress to make the laws of the land. So it's a big education for me. Last night we had a chance in New Orleans to be educated by Dr. Block. Every time I hear that guy speaks, it's something else I'm pulling out of the conversation. And I'm loving it. I see you, Brandon. I appreciate the moment. I appreciate you guys letting me speak. I appreciate you guys grooming me, telling me things that I need to know. It's been wonderful. Of course, my message, same old, high incarceration rates, locking people up for foolishness. It's a big problem for all of us. It's a drain on our society. The prison system doesn't work. Locking people up for marijuana doesn't work. There's a whole hemp industry out there that could be taken advantage of because we're an agricultural state that we're not doing. Louisiana comes in last in everything, always, and we're just tired of it. That's not who we are. That's not the people who I see when I look around the room. I don't see a bunch of people who are in last place. I see a bunch of people who want to be in fourth place. And that's what we need to do, be in first place. Take that message, drive it home. It may look like we're making small strides, but those small strides become big strides. And that's my message to you guys. Again, I'm Samuel Davenport. My website is samuelforcongress.com. If you guys want to donate, I do appreciate it. Marcel.
Thank you, Sam. One more hand for Sam Davenport, everybody. All right, give it up. All right. So, everybody we've heard from tonight, all of our candidates, we're very proud. We're humbled by what they're doing. They've all made very big personal sacrifices to represent libertarianism out there publicly for us.